ساتوی پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور ساتوی پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا
Good evening, everyone. This is good to have you with us. I'm Suleiman Talash. Today is Wednesday, the 23rd of October, 2024. You are watching RTA News. The Islamic Emirate considers Chabahar port as an economic opportunity for Afghanistan and the region, saying that it is effective in the country's economic development. The spokesman of the Islamic Emirate adds that Afghanistan wants to expand economic and political relations with all the world countries. Let's see more in the report. The Islamic Emirate considers Chabahar port a key opportunity in Afghanistan's economic relations and development with the countries of the region. The spokesman of the Islamic Emirate considers Chabahar port useful in the economic development of the country and says that the expansion of trade will lead to prosperity.
Chabahar port is considered one of the very good economic opportunities in the region, which Afghanistan is taking advantage of. India and Iran have taken steps to help Afghanistan develop economically and slowly overcome its economic problems.
Maulavi Zabihullah Mujahid also said that Afghanistan wants to expand economic and political relations with all the world countries.
We want good relations between the Islamic Emirate of Iran and India. And so far, we have been able to strengthen our economic relations with all countries. And we want this to be ensured in order to improve economic and diplomatic relations so that any concerns are eliminated and a good atmosphere of trust is also created, so that we can have peace and tranquility in the region and peaceful relations.
On the other hand, economic experts consider the management of Chabahar port to be effective in the economic development of the country.
Chabahar port, like other ports, has its own unique characteristics and in fact has its own privileges, like Karachi port, Bahadur ports, and other ports. This port is also important, and this is related to the management of Afghans and Iranians, how the Iranians give privileges and how the Afghans manage.
This is why the Islamic Emirate has always said that Afghanistan wants to expand economic and political relations with all countries of the world. Mullah Muhammad Yunus Akhundzada, Minister of Rural Rehabilitation and Development, and Maulavi Atawullah Umari, the Minister of Agriculture, Irrigation and Livestock, visited Ghazni province to implement the plan and procedure for building towns for permanent settlement of refugees. During the visit, the high-level delegation met with the governor and local officials of the province and said that according to the decree of the Islamic Emirates leader and the procedures sent, those migrants who do not have land should be provided with settlements according to these procedures. Maulavi Atiqullah Azizi, Deputy Minister of Arts and Culture of the Ministry of Information and Culture, visited different sections of the Aga Khan Culture Foundation's Cultural and Professional Institute in Jangalak. Mr. Azizi praised the work of the Aga Khan Cultural and Professional Institute and called the activities of the institute important in keeping the original culture of the country alive, and asked this institution to share its experiences with the Ministry of Information and Culture, Department of Culture. The Ministry of Economy welcomes the United Nations decisions to provide loans to small businessmen, saying that the program can play an important role in the country's economic growth. On the other hand, economic experts also consider supporting small businessmen as an effective step in reducing poverty and creating more job opportunities. We have more in the report.
The UN General Secretary's special representative for Afghanistan, in a meeting with Moulay Abdul Kabir, the political deputy of the Prime Minister, praised the recent efforts of the Islamic Emirate in the economic fields and announced the readiness of the organization to repay small loans to entrepreneurs in Afghanistan. The recent exhibitions in Kabul were a valuable step in promoting Afghan products. UNAMA will soon begin a series of loan repayments to grow small businesses.
He said that in the recent meetings, he has talked with donor countries and organizations that now UNAMA has received part of the aid for the coming winter.
The professional deputy of the Ministry of Economy welcomed the decision and called the implementation of the program beneficial for economic growth, poverty reduction, and employment.
UNAMA's assistance can play a significant role in the country's economic growth and development, job creation, and poverty reduction. For this reason, we welcome and support the assistance of all international aid agencies.
On the other hand, economists also consider the payment of small loans by UN to be beneficial for small businesses.
Together with the government, it plays an important and fundamental role in eradicating unemployment and poverty. This can also lead to the acceleration of the economic cycle between Afghanistan and the international community, especially between the banks.
The UN Special Representative for Afghanistan is ready to repay small loans, saying that the leadership of the Islamic Emirate has always emphasized the implementation of infrastructure projects by countries and international organizations in Afghanistan.
Maulavi Sadaga Abu Maqbul, Director of Prevention of Virtue Affairs and the Chief Justice of the Ministry of National Defense, visited the training center of the 217 Omari Corps, brigades and battalions of the Corps. In this visit, the Director of the Prevention of Virtue Affairs told the Mujahideen to adopt good morals, obey their leaders, and use good behavior with the people. For the first time, the Comprehensive Cancer Center of Kabul Medical University, Aliabad Teaching Hospital, in cooperation with Canadian doctors and specialists, 500 health workers of anesthesia, surgery, internal and nursing departments of the teaching hospitals of Kabul Medical University in order to increase the capacity of symposium on digestive system cancers was organized. This symposium will last for 10 days, and during it, the participants will also perform a number of complex cancer operations in Aliabad Teaching Hospital with the cooperation of foreign teachers and specialists. A radio station under the name of Khalid FM was officially opened and started broadcasting during a ceremony in the 209 Khalid bin Walid Army Corps by the officials of this ministry. This radio emphasizes Islamic and national values and will broadcast its religious, ideological, cultural, health and entertainment programs live from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. The Ministry of Mothers and Disabled Affairs, in coordination with the Qamar Welfare Foundation, provided assistance to 400 deserving orphans, widows, and disabled people in the 16th zone of Kabul city, which included flour, rice, cooking oil, and some other food items. And the final one is that the Farah Disaster Management and Preparedness Department distributed food aid to 149 families of the province who were affected by natural disasters this year. This aid included 100 kilos of flour, 25 kilos of rice, and 5 liters of cooking oil for each family. Thank you for watching. I'll see you right back there tomorrow. Have a good night.
شهیدانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور ساتوي پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا